제226회 첫 MT라 마음이 설렌다.
안녕하세요. Welcome to Arirang TV's Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host, Lisa Kelly, and I'm so glad you could join us today because if you thought our dialogues were a little difficult these days, today's is quite short, but there's a lot to learn. Sitting next to me, also helping us guide everyone into the language is...
Hi, I'm Stephen Revere. Thank you all for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to teach you more Korean. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some other fun customs, going on trips together. And
Hi,
we've got a
Stephen.
couple of
Hi,
students.
Lisa. Hi, Audra. 여러분 안녕하세요. My name is Marina. Nice to see you again, guys.
Hello, Lisa. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Marina. 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 아더입니다. Nice to see you all.
Well, why don't you take a look at the screen here before we start? We see the letters M-I-B, famous movie that Koreans love. What is it?
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
They didn't bother to put the period, the last period there, which is typical in Korea. They don't always put
For
the last
some reason.
period there.
Next, KAL. What did you ride to Korea on? What's the famous airline?
Korean Airlines.
Korean Airlines. And today we have another
Acronym.
acronym.
You're gonna hear
And
some
in our
of that.
dialogue, take a listen and tell me what you think it might mean.
Wrap it up
With Lisa
and Steven.
너 MT 얘기 들었지?
첫 MT라 마음이 설렌다.
남이섬으로 간대.
정말?
Okay, did you figure out where it was? It was in English, so obviously. The first line says, 너 MT 얘기 들었지? Did you hear about the MT? Now, let's first talk about what MT is. Have you guys heard of MT here in Korea?
No, I'm
Not Arthur?
yeah,
no?
nice.
MT, membership training. Oh, who doesn't know that? Now, what this means is if you're in a school, it would be a class trip or a field trip.
Field
If
trip,
you're
yeah.
in an office or some sort of sorority club, whatnot, that would just be a trip that you guys all take together. It can go in the morning until nighttime, or you can go for 2 or 3 days, and it's mainly to get close with each other to eat and drink.
Usually it involves an overnight trip
Yes.
somewhere rather far away, and then it stands for the membership training, which I don't know. Do we ever use that term in English?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar
Actually, the
with
reason
that
they
one.
call it membership training originally was because if you are a 신입생 or a
New
new
student.
student or a new office worker, they would take you on these trips, and it's kind of like to, throw you in. Yeah.
to work on the atmosphere, make you better friends so that you work better together. Yeah, make the atmosphere better for working and studying together. So here we have 얘기. Okay, it's not originally it's 이야기, but then that gets shortened to 얘기, and then 듣다 turns into 들었다. Okay, it's an irregular verb. That D changes into an L. Okay. 들었지, meaning you heard about the MT, didn't you?
네, let's try repeating that. 너 MT 얘기 들었지?
너 MT 얘기 들었지?
너 MT 얘기 들었지?
And Steven says, yeah, that's right. 첫 MT라 마음이 설렌다. Lots of things to cover here. 첫, okay, 첫 번째,
첫 번째.
두 번째, 세 번째, but I believe 첫 is the only one you can 줄여, right? To shorten?
The first, right? And for this one, 첫 MT다. I think the thing that's important to me is understanding this da, which gets added on to the end of nouns, and it means you're adding a description of the noun, okay? So, MT다, because it's the first MT is what you're saying when you add that da onto there. 마음이 설렌다, okay? And 마음이 is your heart. 설렌다 is to be very fluttery.
Full of
and
butterflies.
excited, yes.
yeah.
Well, I'm excited about it. You're saying you're very excited about something.
Right. When we first started our program, me and Steve were very excited. We had lots of butterflies in our stomach. 기대가 되죠? Okay. Looking forward to something. That's 설렌다. And let's try to use the la in a couple of sentences. It's something and then la, right? So what is a bunch of 3-day holiday or something like that is called a 연?
연휴.
연휴, right? So you could say because it is a 연휴, there's lots of people. 연휴.
융휴라 사람이 많아요.
네, 연휴라 사람이 많아요. Or what about it's our first lesson today. 첫
수업.
수업이라
수업이라
어려워요.
어려워요.
Okay? Or what if it was your first exam, okay? So you could be nervous.
첫 시험이라
떨려요.
좀 걱정해요.
So we tried using 첫 and then that in a lot of those
So
expressions.
you're giving a reason for something. This is, I didn't mention before, this is short for 이라서, right? So you're giving your reason, 이라서, right? Just like we've had Saul many times. This is how you can shorten it using a noun.
Right. Our next line here is 남이선으로 간대. Okay, 남이선 may be a not so familiar word for you, even those who have been studying Korean. This is a 섬, an island off the coast of Korea, and there's a very famous drama that they had here. It's called 겨울연가, the one with Bae Young-joon, right? Yeah, that's right, the famous actor. And so this island became very famous because of him. So many MTs they would take them all the way to Namisan to do it. So just a part of the culture you may not know. So let's try repeating that. 어디로 간대. 남이선으로 간대.
남이산으로 간대.
남이섬.
남이섬으로 간대.
네.
Good.
남이섬으로 간대.
네.
The gada is you add on the n at the end to say 간다고 했어요 is the long form. 간다고 했어요. That is the reported speech. It gets shortened, as many things do in Korean, to 간대. Okay, that's a very short ending there. 간대.
정말? Really? 정말? Okay, that was our last one. Are you sure? Okay, we're sure. So let's go on to Korean Insight. Korean Insight.
마리나,
왜요?
나랑 데이트 할래?
아니, 나랑 데이트하는 건 하늘의 별 따기야. 기다리지 마.
Very good, very good. Yes, we put them to work acting there. They did fine. We're looking to use 하늘의 별따. Okay, 하늘의 별따기야 means it's like trying to grab something out, a star, out of the sky. What does that mean? It's just about impossible. So let's say trying to get a job at a company. And it's really tough to get a job. That's the most popular company to get a job at. What would you say? 그 회사에서 취직하기가 하늘의 별 따기야. Meaning, almost impossible.
Well, there's a famous American book. They said, Papa, Papa, please get the moon for me. Obviously, that little girl's never going to get the star or the moon, right? Okay, let's go on to grammar tips. What did we learn today, Stephen?
We learned MT means membership training, and what it really involves is going off on a trip with friends to hang out and get closer together. Then we had 첫 MT라, which means 이라서, short for 이라서. So because it's the first MT, 마음이 설렌다. You're very excited about something. And then we have 남이섬으로 간대. They said we're going to 남이섬. 간대.
Stephen 얘기 잘 들었지? Okay, if you did, let's go on to our last review for today.
너 MT 얘기 들었지?
첫 MT라 마음이 설렌다.
남이섬으로 간대.
정말?
I heard a rumor. Do you know what I heard? Take a listen. Stephen 얘기 들었지?
무슨 얘기?
I didn't hear. 이거 다음 주 스티븐이 미국에 간대.
That's right. Okay. Did you hear? 다음 주에 스티븐이 미국에 간대. Not really, right?
Friend's wedding. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I hope you had a great lesson today. It was a very fun-filled 10 minutes. And we hope you'll join us back for our next lesson. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
www.ariranTV.com